It was a real privilege to be part of Whitecroft's memorial service yesterday, Sunday the 10th of November 2024, and today the 11th of November. I just wanted to bring my thoughts, a little reflection that I brought to those present at that remembrance service. So this year marks the 80th anniversary of the D-Day landing on the 6th of June. It was the largest seaborne invasion in history. It marked the beginning of the liberation of Western Europe. Something I did in my little research was I didn't actually know what D stood for in D-Day. So found out actually it's an American military terminology operation that they use. The military planners use a plus or a minus sign to designate days occurring before or after. So, for example, 2 days before an operation commences is indicated by a D minus 2, and then 3 days after is D plus 3, and the operation begins on D-Day, hence we get D-Day. But D-Day itself, on the 6th of June 1944, the success of D-Day created a path to victory for the Allies. The stakes, as we know so well, were so great. The impact, thankfully, was momentous. And that single day for us, for all of us, stands out in history. I do believe that if D-Day wasn't won, we will be living in a very different world. But it wasn't for 11 months after D-Day that World War II ended. That was not the end. That didn't finish the war in Europe. D-Day was the 6th of June 1944, and VE Day, Victory in Europe Day, was the 8th of May 1945. Another 11 months of fighting to go. And I did try to find the numbers that were sadly killed between D-Day and VE Day, and I couldn't. And in a way, I'm actually glad I didn't, because I think those numbers would have been horrific. We know there were thousands killed on D-Day and hundreds of thousands, maybe even over 1 million lost in those 11 months. Now, I'm eternally grateful for those who fought for my freedom. I am unknown to them. I was unknown to them. But they fought for me. Now, there's another day that stands out for me as a Christian, another D-type day. The day God gave up his Son for humanity. The day that Jesus made a sacrifice for our freedom. And a day that God's wrath was satisfied. That day we now call Good Friday. As a church leader, I'm often asked the question, why is there suffering in the world? Why is there still tragedies? And why is there wars that are raging and rumours of wars? I believe it is because we are living between a D-Day and a VE Day, so to speak. So similar to World War II's D-Day and VE Day, 11 months still of fighting to be done. The D-Day being Good Friday, the VE Day being a time when Jesus promised that he would come back and make all things right. The Bible tells us this in the last book of the Bible called Revelation. It is quite a read to read through, but a bit of a challenge maybe. But it says that in Revelation 21, verse 4, that he, Jesus, God, will wipe away every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain, for the old order of things has passed away. And in Revelation 20, verses 7 to 10, it's summed up by God will defeat the enemy and bring peace that will last forever. We're living between this time of Good Friday and the time where God will defeat the enemy. There were also prophecies about this in the Old Testament, Psalm and Isaiah, just to pick two very quickly. In Psalms it said, he makes war cease to the end of the earth. He breaks the bow and shatters the spear. He burns the shield with fire. That need for weaponry will cease. That prophecy there, that at some point he will make wars cease. And in Isaiah it says that citizens of the kingdom of God will hurt and destroy. Let's read that again. Let's get that correct. Citizens of the kingdom of God will not hurt or destroy each other. What a day that will be, a day I'm longing for, and I hope that you are too, where people will no longer hurt or destroy each other. Interestingly, it says in Isaiah that it's the citizens of the kingdom of God. What does that mean? There's maybe something to think about also. So I believe in a God who knows you and fought for you, who knows me and fought for me too. A God who will put himself on the front line and made the ultimate sacrifice for peace, just like those people did on D-Day. The soldiers then and those in the armed forces today know about making the greatest sacrifice. I am thankful to them and to my God.